Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Manan, and today we're going to learn how we can purify our covenant so that our troops get maximum damage resistances. So before we start to purify, I want to guide you a little bit on how covenant work and what are the best practices around it. So basically, you equip your covenant in this section, and then you level them up. You do view and then not purify, like you go here, upgrade, and then you can even socket it and then level it up. I don't want to guide you through the level up process because I think it's easy enough to figure it by yourself. But what I want to guide you is what stats you wanna look for in your covenant, and how does it affect this troop and other troops. So basically, whichever troop has the covenant gets that bonus, and no other troops get it. So for example, in this case, we have our Mechs with this set, so this set benefits them. But if you go and check any other troop which doesn't have that set, they don't get that bonus. And a good idea is to just wait till you get your covenant to at least divine before going hard on purifying. And when you go to awaken divine, you can go as hard as you can. This is because when you level up your covenant, or like upgrade from one tier to another, they get more value, more cap on the value that you can have. And so when you are let's say you have a covenant with, let's say, perfect DR, let me just show you. For example, I have this set on my snipers, and it's just divine and not awakened yet, and this one has up to 20% damage taken. So I can check how much more I can get. So if I go here, I can see the max value I can get. So it says reduced damage taken max it can get is 20.8%. So in this case, I almost have max value here, right? And this is also pretty close to it. But when I upgrade it, it will get more stats and like more range when I try to combine it and awaken it to awaken divine. So let's check our Mechs, and if you see here, you can see the max value it can get for reduced damage taken is 26%, which is quite a lot more than what we had in just divine covenant, right? So this means even if you have all this as perfect values, when you upgrade them, because you will have to upgrade them sooner or later, you will lose that perfectness because of RNG again. So it is always wise to only go hardcore on purifying these when you got them into awakened status. So talking about purification, let's jump into how we can purify our covenant and get more damage resistance. But by now, if you watch my earlier video, you should have known that getting damage resistance is the most important thing wherever you can, right? So here, let's check what we have already so that we can compare it later and see like if we can improve it or it gets worse, because it can get worse. And I don't have much time right now, so and it is a very time intensive process if you want to get very high values here. So I might mess it up, but whatever. It's for your video, so I hope you guys will learn something from this. All right, so let's check. So this is what we kind of want to target our covenant. So we have almost max values here. Maybe it's even maxed. Let me check. I forgot what was the max. Yeah, it's 26, so almost max, right? And which means this is very good. We want all to be damage, reduced damage taken. Here we have a little bit magic damage reduction, magic damage reduction, and magic damage reduction. So we want to purify out this But I think that this one is one of the best right now, so we won't touch it. This one also has very high values on this tree, and magic damage taken, it's good. This one also has good values here, and this one is also high, so it's good. So this one we have good values here, high values here, but these two are kind of bad. This is also a good piece, but like it can be better, right? So let's focus on this. But like, I mean, you might have your covenant without any damage taken, right? So how you get to this stage, I will show you. So what you want to do, you go to your covenant and then press view and then purify. And what you want to do is first do continuous purify. So at first, you see the cost of purifying your all of your stats at once is just 2. When you lock one of your stats, it goes to 4. But then when you lock 2 of your stats, it goes 35, which is very expensive, right? And then you cannot lock it anymore. So these last 2 are like very difficult to get. It's very RNG based. Let's assume that we didn't have any good, here. So what you want to do, so there are 2 approaches. You can start purifying here and then check each value and see if you get anything better than what you already have. Let's say we didn't have any damage reduction. In that case, this would have been good to take. You would press swap, but I won't do that because it's very good and I don't want to mess it up like this. And like it asks you to be careful with this, but I think we can be careful enough, so we just ignore this from now on. And another way of like it's a bit AFK way to do this is you just select continuous purify and then you select damage reduction here and then go max and then let it continuous purify and then just relax. And once it sees the right value, it will just stop and let you decide if you want to skip, like if you want to take it or leave it. So we are just gonna wait for it to come back to us with something. So as you can see, it might take a bit little bit time. And yeah, and you can also see it is finding out a few damage reduction ones, but it is not high enough according to our requirement criteria. But it is okay, because what we want to do is we want to get as high as possible on the first 2, because they are really cheap to purify. So that is why we want to go 24.5, 6, 7, 8% or whatever. So it told us like it tried 40 times and just spent 80 and it found something. So let's see what did it find. So it found 23.6, which is good. But if you are going hardcore on your purification, you want to get at least 25%, like 25%. So what you would do, you would swap it if it was better than what you already had. Otherwise you would do leave and then go to continuous purify, and it's already set, and then repeat that process. So you would do this, and I will see you in a bit when we get something here. So looks like it found something. Let's check what it got us. This is pretty good, 24.3, right? So let's say we actually got like higher value of. So for now I will just do leave, but you do swap, right? If you got this good value, let's say I got 26%, so that is perfect, right? So what I want to do is I want to get my next value to similar 24, 25, 26 as well. So I would do purify and then lock that value, highest value, and then do continuous purify again with the same options, right? And then I would start, but understand each purification will take 4 stones instead of just 2 like before, so it's double as expensive. But I think it's still very cheap, so I suggest you to go to try to find anything above 25% on your second purification as well. So you would go this and then just do it like we did earlier. So I will get back to you in a moment if I find something good. Otherwise I will just show you what I already have, and then we will move on from there. Okay, so this is a little bit quicker. Let's see what it got us. So I got 25.3, which is exactly the same that I had here. Yeah, so I'm gonna just press leave, but for you it would have been very good. And let's say we swapped it, and got this. So in that case, you would have one would be 26 and then 25.3, right? So now finally only two left. So what you do is lock these both, and then you can see it becomes suddenly very, very expensive. And now there are two ways. You can do the AFK method as well, but you might lose on good combinations, like say you got very high roll of physical damage and magic damage on the last two, because like you have to do these two at the same time. Now you cannot lock it anymore. So let's say you could have gotten like let's see what's the maximum value for, so it's 32, right? So you could have gotten reduced physical damage taken by 32% and reduced magic damage taken by 32%, which is very high, right? Which is very, very high, which is like getting to one 20% and another like 18-19%. So that is very good, even if you just got pure damage taken reduction. But yeah, so you could lose things like that. So if you really want to do it, if we really want to max your effort, we want to just do manual purification and check each time, press leave, right, purify, leave. But this is kind of, it takes time, it takes a lot of patience, and yeah, so I got physical damage taken reduction, but it's not better than what I have already here. I would do leave, but you might do swap and then continue doing the purify. For me, I want to just get reduced damage taken as this last, or at least one of these two, so I can just do what I did earlier. So I have to pick this, go highest I can find. In fact, you can actually come a little bit lower here. Let's say if you got 14% damage reduction, that would still be better than just 119 and just magic damage 19. So what you can do here is just go to the lowest one, but still pick the reduced damage taken and then leave it to continuous purify. But understand, this might take a while to get a combination that is better than what I have already. But for you, maybe you will get a good one earlier. So I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, looks like we got something, but I can already see it's reduced damage taken by 22 and increased resistance. So let's see what we got. Yeah, 22.1 treat, which is good, which is very good. And 22.2 is very good. We only had 19.3, but remember, if I didn't have a better combination here already, I would take this, but we already have a lot higher magic damage resistance here and just a bit lower physical damage reduction, because like you can understand, right, this combination is like 19 and 19, 38. It's not exactly 38, but let's say it's 38 for this example purpose. So 38% magic damage reduction and 19% physical damage reduction, but here you get 22 on magic and 22 on physical. So while this is a little bit higher on the physical side, but you will get a little bit thinner on the magic side. So I will leave this in this case, but for you it could have it might be a very good choice to take this and then continue doing the purification. So I would do leave and then go here, reduce damage taken, lowest value, and then continuous. And I will see you guys in a bit. So we got something which is trash, I can only say it. So I'm gonna just leave it and then continue to purify, and I will see you until I find something like really good, or I decide to just call it a day. So yeah, see you in a bit. Hey, I'm back. I got a little bit bored, so I started doing it like myself manually because like it's a bit faster. So yeah, just wanted to oh, the earlier one was quite good, but it was evade, right? Yeah, it's whatever. So yeah, I wanted to show you the manual can be a little bit faster, so you might also want to do that. So yeah, and I'll see you again in a bit. All right, so we finished almost everything. I only have 15 left from, I don't know how many was it, 50,000, 60,000, and so this is the best I could manage to get. Reduced damage 3, reduced damage pretty high and 1 magic damage. So let's see, did we improve anything? Yeah, a little bit here and quite a bit in magic damage, section. So yeah, so that is how you purify your covenant. So as you can see, the last one took a lot of those pure stones, and so that is why it is not recommended to try to get out these perfect rolls for these last ones until you have no other uses, or no other important uses for your utility chest. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you have any confusion or you want to see a different kind of video, any ideas, feel free to leave comments and like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next time.